Manuel Saapati, and a happy Sabbath. My name is Sivasalao Pati, and this is a brief history of our Lipulu family legacy. Our family is of Samoan descent, specifically Eastern Samoan Islands, more commonly known as the U.S. territory of American Samoa. Our culture is steeped in tradition, where God, family, and Fa'asamoa, the Samoan way, are its pillars. We function by what is known as the Matai system, where every family is cared for by the heads of each family, the Matai, to ensure the survival and prosperity of their aina. The Samoan language and English are the official languages of American Samoa, but the islands are also home to languages and dialects from Asia, Southeast Asia, and neighboring Polynesian island languages. American Samoa is rich in U.S. history. During World War II, American Samoa's Pango Harbor was used to house the United States naval ships from enemy aircrafts. Per capita, American Samoa and people of American Samoa descent enlist more of its people to the U.S. military than any other mainland state or U.S. territory. Our family has veterans from the U.S. Army, the United States Marine Corps, and one in active service in the United States Navy. American Samoa is also deeply religious. The words Samoa Muamua Leatua encompasses the American Samoa seal, which translates, in Samoa, God is first. In the evenings, bells can be heard throughout every village to remind people to be home for family worship. Family worship is a sacred time that is guarded. It is the only moment during the day, aside from Sunday, that the island is quiet, with only prayer and singing to be heard from their homes. After his time in pastoral training, a young minister by the name of Tini Lamuen began to build upon the Samoan gospel mission work in American Samoa. During that time, Pastor Tini shared the gospel message with my grandparents, Filipo and Meleane Lepulu. Amazed at hearing the gospel preached so lovingly, simple, and straightforward, my grandparents were baptized into the Seventh-day Adventist Christian faith. My grandparents and their children battled through rough terrain, harsh tropical weather, and ridiculed as they sang from their small hut every Sabbath morning. Their faithfulness, however, bore fruit as more people attended their small church service out of their huts. Their faithfulness brought people to Jesus. My grandparents, along with their 6 children, Jerome, Walker, Demeril, my mom, Filipo, Mataasawa, and Auntie Reen, moved to the mainland United States in the late 1970s to the San Francisco Bay Area, where they would settle in the small city of Menlo Park, California. Our grandparents were pillars in the Samoan Adventist community, and by God's grace and provision, they helped build the Samoan gospel mission work in the United States. My grandfather, Filipo, used his gifts as a teacher, an evangelist, and as a musician to share gospel with anyone who would listen. My grandmother Meleane was a prayer warrior and stayed faithfully by my grandfather's side until his passing. Both my grandparents are asleep in Jesus, awaiting his return, leaving the gospel work in the capable hands of their children. Today, we join in the legacy of my grandparents as educators, ministers, musicians, and healthcare workers, sharing the message of God that was shared with us so long ago. Jesus loves you. Jesus died for you. Jesus is preparing a place for you. Jesus will return to take us home. After the presentation of the song entitled Itsoyafio Mai Yesu, a prayer will follow in our ancestral language of Samoan. The title of the song translates, Jesus will return. This is not merely a message of hope. It is a promise that we claim, and one that we know will be fulfilled. Thank you for letting us share our legacy with you. Papitaitilin Lava, and happy Sabbath.
O te no fo mafatali tasi fa o te no fo mafatali aso uma ua lata lata mai le iunga ai le ai se me